Under the bright lights of Brooklyn, one legend prepares for his final bow, while an underdog dreams of rewriting history. But on October 18th, will Danny Garcia's farewell be celebrated, or shattered by Daniel Gonzalez's upset?
Basically, Danny could have picked anybody he wanted to fight. You know, as we all know, he is the man, and he's the man to beat. Now, this Danny Gonzalez right here has sparred with the best of them.
When Daniel Gonzalez's manager, Moses Ramon, highlighted the fact that Danny Garcia could have chosen anybody for this fight, but opted for Gonzalez, it reveals a deeper story about matchmaking, legacy, and respect. Ramon emphasized Garcia's status as the man to beat, a phrase that speaks volumes about how entrenched Garcia's reputation is in boxing. For over a decade, Garcia has fought and defeated some of the best, earning world titles at 140 and 147 pounds, and never shying away from elite competition.
Garcia said this is his farewell, and we're looking to cement that farewell, that he doesn't fight again, because we're coming to win. We're coming to put the beats on him. We're coming to make this a hell of a fight.
In that context, Gonzalez being chosen as Garcia's final opponent is both an opportunity and a daunting task. It's an acknowledgement that Garcia sees enough quality in Gonzalez to share a ring with him in such a pivotal farewell moment. Yet at the same time, it's a stacked deck, because Garcia's resume is filled with names like Amir Khan, Lucas Mathis, Eric Morales, and Keith Thurman. Sparring with the best, as Ramon mentioned Gonzalez has, is not the same as beating the best under the bright lights. The tone here suggests determination, but the gulf in experience points toward Garcia having the upper hand, no matter how battle-ready Gonzalez feels.
And we're not here to be cowards. We're not here to disrespect, and we're not here to kiss nobody's ass. You know, we're family and friends, but once it comes to that ring, I know Swift gonna bring it.
When Ramon doubled down and said Garcia has already declared this as farewell, the manager reframed the fight as Gonzalez's chance to flip the script. In his words, their camp is not coming to be part of the celebration. They're coming to put the beats on Garcia and ruin the send-off. That's a familiar narrative in boxing history. The young, hungry fighter attempting to retire the veteran on a sour note.
Danny's gonna be there to bring it right back to you, brother. God bless, and thank you for the opportunity. And like we said, this is the real DG come October 18th. No doubt.
Think of Larry Holmes trying to do it to Muhammad Ali, or Jeff Horn upsetting Manny Pacquiao in his twilight. But the catch is this: farewell fights for greats often come with more focus and hunger than the underdog expects. Garcia may have talked about retirement, but that doesn't mean his mentality is soft. In fact, knowing this could be his last bout likely adds fuel to the fire. His setbacks in recent years came against world champions in their prime, not against mid-tier challengers. So, while Gonzalez's camp is banking on Garcia being checked out, history shows that veterans with Garcia's pride and pedigree rarely allow themselves to go out with a whimper. If anything, Gonzalez is walking into a sharper version of Danny Garcia.
So we're really excited to have Danny back here at the Barclay. It's kind of historic. He started it in 2012. It's literally 2 days apart. So now he's coming back to say his farewell. It's going to be a hell of a night. It's going to be a great fight.
Ramon's statement about not being cowards, not kissing anyone's ass, and being willing to bring the fight to Garcia reflects the mindset of Gonzalez's camp. They want the boxing world to see them as brave challengers, not as sacrificial lambs in a farewell showcase. The emphasis on family and respect, though, reveals that deep down, they know Garcia's stature demands deference. It's one thing to say you're coming to win, but another to acknowledge in the same breath that you know what Swift is going to bring.
Miss it, and you damn sure don't want to blink. Because you can talk whatever you want to talk, but when you step in a ring, everybody know. The lights come on, you know who the DG is.
This is the psychological paradox underdogs face. They have to hype themselves up with talk of shocking the world, while at the same time conceding the reality of who they are up against. Garcia has built his legacy on precisely these moments, feasting on opponents who believed his time was up. The assurance that Danny's going to bring it right back may have been meant as a show of confidence for Gonzalez, but it really reminds the audience that Garcia thrives in fights where someone dares to meet him head-on. The more aggressive Gonzalez is, the more opportunities Garcia will have to counter with his heavy, precise shot.
So, October 18th, it's going to be a great fight. Gonzalez is coming to fight, yes. When we start dropping that leather on him, would he be able to handle that shit? You know what I mean? I mean, he been around, ain't no fucking slouch.
fights. The claim that October 18th will reveal the real DG is both a rallying cry and a risky promise. Nicknames and branding in boxing matter, and Gonzalez trying to establish himself as the real DG against a legend whose initials already carry global recognition is an uphill battle. Garcia himself, known as Swift, has his identity carved into boxing history. Multiple world titles, historic nights at Barclays, and a career spent fighting champions.
We don't take nobody lightly. He's gonna come to fight, he's gonna try to prove something. But when we start landing a leather, hey, listen, would he be able to handle that shit? But I want him to handle that shit.
Gonzalez, meanwhile, is attempting to forge an identity by comparison, by calling himself the true version of those initials. But that strategy can backfire. Garcia is not just fighting to win, he's fighting to defend his legacy. And in particular, he'll take it personally if someone tries to step into his name. Fighters often rise to another level when pride and legacy are on the line. And here, Gonzalez's insistence on being the real DG may only push Garcia to put on a dominant performance. Rather than rattling Garcia, it's more likely to ignite it.
From Queens, New York, 22-4, won 7 knockouts. He earned 2 wins in 22-4, including a win over Michael Anderson in October to pick up the IBF USBA welterweight strap.
The press conference host lays out Daniel Gonzalez's credentials, reminding everyone that he's not a nobody walking into this fight. With a record of 22-4 and 7 knockouts, and coming off 2 victories in 2024, including a strap-winning performance, Gonzalez enters with momentum. His confidence shines when he declares he's coming to shock the world, a statement that reflects his underdog mentality.
So I'm just excited. October 18th, I'm coming to shock the world. I've been grinding 20 years. Working hard. I've been training since June. I'm in shape.
Fighters in his position thrive off this narrative. A seasoned veteran who never quite broke through to the elite level, now stepping into the spotlight with a chance to derail a superstar's farewell. He's been grinding for 20 years, he says, and training since June.
Philly's own, 37-4, 21 knockout CEO of Swift Promotions, former 140 and 147-pound world champion, headlining at Barclays Center for a record 10th time.
The host then shifts to Danny Garcia's career resume, and here the contrast between the two fighters becomes crystal clear. Garcia's record of 37-4 with 21 knockouts, plus his status as CEO of Swift Promotions, sets him apart as a fighter and businessman. But it's the legacy numbers that hit hardest. 2-division world champion, headlining at Barclays Center for the 10th time, having faced 14 world champions.
One of the best in Philly in an era of loaded Philly greats. He represents his Puerto Rican heritage proudly throughout his stellar career. He's faced 14 world champions.
That's a staggering pedigree. It's not just about the wins, but the names and the stages he's performed on. Garcia's resume is not just decorated, it's elite. He's one of the best out of Philadelphia, a city known for birthing warriors. He also carries the weight of Puerto Rican pride, representing his heritage on some of the biggest stages in boxing.
I'm excited, I still got a lot of fight left in me. I fought 14 world champions. My last fight was for the middleweight title. Didn't go my way, but it's okay.
Garcia himself steps up, speaking with the voice of experience and resilience. He reminds everyone that he's fought 14 world champions and has always rebounded from setbacks. His last fight for the middleweight title didn't go his way, but he frames it not as failure, but as fuel. Setbacks happen in boxing, he says, and that statement carries weight because it's true. Even legends like Pacquiao, Cotto, and Morales all lost fights, but came back strong.
Setbacks happen in boxing, but if you look at all my setbacks, what I did, I came back stronger every time. I knocked somebody out or I beat somebody up bad. And that's what I plan to do October 18th.
Garcia highlights that every time he stumbled, he's returned with either a knockout or a dominant win. That's not just spin, that's history. From losing to Thurman or Porter, he still came back with big performances. So when Garcia promises to punish Gonzalez come October 18, he's not simply talking. He's drawing on years of proven bounce backs. The key here is that Garcia is motivated. Fighters on farewell tours can sometimes look checked out, but Garcia speaks like a man who knows he has something left in the tank. That hunger, coupled with his pedigree, makes him a nightmare opponent for someone like Gonzalez.
I know he's coming to fight. I know he says he's the real DG, but I got a nickname for him, Dookie Gonzalez. Dookie going down.
That's That's all right. We're going to call him Duke Gonzalez now.
Dookie going down on October
I'm telling you,
18th.
this man-
Garcia doesn't just analyze, he plays mind games. By mocking Gonzalez with nicknames like Dookie Gonzalez and saying Dookie going down, Garcia is sending a clear message: you are not on my level. Trash talk is a tool, and Garcia wields it with the confidence of someone who has been in the spotlight for over a decade. He further underlines that Gonzalez can't be any version of Danny Garcia. Not the young version, not the prime version, not even the past his prime version.
Listen, right? He can't be no version of Danny Garcia. The young, the old, the past his prime. Trust me, I believe that. You can't be no versions of Danny Garcia. So, y'all know when Danny Garcia come to this building, he come to fight.
This shows how much Garcia believes in his superiority. And honestly, he's right. Even a diminished Garcia brings timing, counterpunching ability, and power that Gonzalez has never dealt with. The taunts may sound harsh, but they are layered with truth. Gonzalez cannot step into the Barclays Center and suddenly replicate the skills Garcia has built over years of world-level competition. The psychological warfare is in full swing, and Garcia knows exactly how to use it to chip away at Gonzalez's belief.
Penny, I feel like I'm undefeated in this building. The 2 losses I got are slim, very controversial. So there's something about this building when Danny Garcia comes to fight. He's it's just something. He's possessed and he wants to win. So come October 18th, I can't wait. It's gonna be a great show, and I'm put Dookie down. See y'all October 18th.
Garcia continues by reflecting on his connection to the Barclays Center. In his eyes, he's undefeated there, dismissing his 2 official losses as controversial, whether or not fans agree. What matters is how Garcia frames it. This is his house, his cathedral, his arena of triumph. Fighters often elevate their performances in familiar venues, and Garcia is no exception.
You know, I want this to be his farewell to boxing, not to Brooklyn. And I'm just here to win, and I'm going to shock the world.
He feels possessed when fighting there, which adds a dangerous layer for Gonzalez. Garcia even promises once again to put Dookie down, reinforcing both his confidence and his commitment to this fight. On the other side, Gonzalez responds with his own narrative. He wants Garcia's farewell not just from boxing, but from Brooklyn. That's a bold claim, but it feels hollow compared to Garcia's conviction. Gonzalez is trying to seize the underdog narrative, but Garcia has history and energy on his side. This isn't just another fight for him. It's his legacy curtain call.
I can see why Danny made it that far. I mean, physically strong, but his ability, he's smarter than what his style looked like. I'm gonna say, because he don't look dumb.
Trainer Greg Hackett offers a neutral but powerful perspective on Garcia. He praises Garcia's intelligence, noting that while his style can look reckless, it's actually calculated. Hackett describes Garcia as having a predator style, with every punch carrying weight. Even when Garcia doesn't land flush, his shots leave a mark.
But I'm saying his style look a little reckless at times, but he's smarter than that. They got like a predator style. Every shot heavy. You know what I'm saying, even if he just touched, the shot was kind of heavy. I can feel it. I'm like, all right.
This is crucial analysis because it highlights what makes Garcia dangerous: efficiency and heaviness. Fighters who spar with him don't just see his skills, they feel his power and time. Hackett's testimony strips away the hype and shows the raw truth. Garcia is a smarter fighter than he looks, and smarter fighters usually prevail when it matters most. For Gonzalez, this spells doom. You can't simply outdog a man who has built his career on timing, precision, and calculated risks.
With somebody that fight at 47, 54, but he's strong, like damn near like he's 200 pounds. Like it almost feel like being in there with a heavyweight, almost. It's not there yet because it ain't the height not there and the width not there.
Hackett doubles down, emphasizing Garcia's physical strength. He notes that Garcia, while fighting at welterweight and super welterweight, feels like a man close to 200 pounds in strength. That's not hyperbole. It's a reflection of Garcia's natural power, density, and durability. Hackett highlights how world-class strength separates elite fighters from regional contenders. This is the final nail in the coffin for Gonzalez's chances.
But the strength is there. You know what I mean? So for somebody to be that strong in a body that's an average size body, that's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, that shit, like, that world-class shit different, man. You gotta really work out. Like, you gotta really work your body.
If Garcia hits like a man much bigger, then Gonzalez will be overwhelmed, no matter how much he talks about dogs and grit. The gap in physicality, combined with the gap in experience, means Gonzalez will likely be forced into survival mode quickly. Hackett's words reaffirm that Garcia isn't just skilled, he's built different. At the end of the day, this fight is being billed as a crossroads. Danny Garcia's farewell versus Daniel Gonzalez's chance at shocking the world. But when we strip away the narrative narratives and look at the facts, the outcome feels inevitable. Garcia is a two-division world champion who has fought legends, headlined arenas, and built a career on intelligence, timing, and power. Gonzalez is tough, hungry, and motivated, but his record, experience, and skill set simply don't match the level of what Garcia brings. Every voice in this build-up, from managers to trainers, circles back to the same truth. Garcia is the man to beat. And come October 18th, inside the Barclays Center, he will remind the world why. Danny Garcia isn't just going to win. He's going to close his career with authority, proving one last time that there's only one true DG in boxing.